guy with songkot. After that, I never had anything until I had a dream in Ramadan, I guess. I think it was Ramadan or just after Ramadan. It was a desert where a lady was standing and I was totally lost. A lot of children were running around and they started to run towards me. You know, normally when children run towards us, we will put our hand into the pocket. It's our nature. Why? We want to give something to them. Tapi saya punya poket kan kosong. Tak ada apa-apa. So I was very sad. And the children passed me and they went back to a guy behind. I couldn't see him. So I was trying to walk away. The lady called me and pointed the finger, telling me to look at this guy. Before I can turn myself, this guy comes up to me and he puts his hands into my pocket. After that, money and sweet all started to flow. So I got up, I got worried. I said, what is this, man? Why have I seen a desert? Why do I see a lady? And then this man, I can't even see him. Such a, the light is so strong, I couldn't see him. But it was so like, you feel like somebody just on the light, but it's total dark. I was sweating. So at that time, I was already divorced. Okay, I've already, papers are all in, my marriage has been broken, I've already separated. And I was in very, very deep depression. So when I got this in my mind, I was so angry. So I didn't know who to ask, I was so afraid. So I asked one of my friends, I said, I saw this. You know what he said? No? You go straight to Darul Arkam, the Singapore Muslim Congress Association. So you go there. I said, Darul Arkam sounds very familiar. Is that the one in Hague Road? Yeah, dekat Titarik. Ya, betul. Alamak. I said, habis. Because I used to park my car secretly, walk across and go makan, kasih datang balik, I think my car cabut. How I want to go there and ask them? 2 times I went until the doorstep, I ran away. Why? Because I scared, what if somebody see me? Tell my parents. Worse still, tell my ex-wife. Lagi, it'll be issue. So I was worried. I ran away. So at that time, I met my wife. She was, she was working in a place that I used to be an officer. So I just asked her, say, excuse me, because she wear tudung all lah. So I just asked her, I saw this dream. Terus she said, Mama, jangan bedek You're trying to get to know me. I said, no, I have really heard this. So betul kata betul. Woman, of course, one Indian guy come and tell all these things, of course. You say, jangan bohong No, I say, betul. Then I shared with her my story and everything. She was shocked. She said, there's something this. Okay, you go to the nearest masjid, which is Masjid Julia. I was working in Chinatown area. Masjid Julia, you go inside and you go and sedekah. I said, apakah? Sedekah. Sedekah means what? I said, I don't know all this. She said, no, go for charity, donation. Okay. So I went, I went lunch hour. I went inside. I was, Indian temple when you go in. The moment you go in, the big donation box is there. Like it's how, you don't put money, you don't enter. That kind of thing. But, masjid ada. I went in, as I walked in, I walked straight in. If you go to Masjid Julia, the entrance will lead you straight to the prayer hall. So I went in, I was trying to find for it. Sekali I hear, Allahu Akbar azan. So I thought, maybe they are praying time or what. So then finally I found. So I was about to take my money and put like that, and I turned, all the brothers, mari. All over the hey, Jama, Mampus, uncle. If I go and tell them I'm a Hindu, I just came to, what if they wake me? What if it becomes a national issue? Pancha, then come, lagi everybody come. If I was in the last row, I can cabut. I kena sangkut center. I tell you. Then I message my wife lah. I say, you asked me to come, I'm sangkut. I'm stuck in here. What to do? You know what she replied now? Oops. Very good, correct. Apa nak buat? Then I say, alamak. Then Indian Muslim men, they are pure, they all look like can whack you up one. What I want to do? So I relax. I say, let's play cool. Let's do what they do. Tak ada apa-apa. So they stand, I also stand. Everybody stand. I say, all stand for who? Oh, then one guy come out, wear white with the turban, all he come out. I say, this is the leader lah. Okay, let's see what he do. So actually, everybody was standing like that. I was standing like this, For a while, I felt that this is not right. I think I better stand like this. So I stand like, because I'm in between, I don't want to turn behind someone. I'm scared. Kali I think, hey, Guna, why you all over? That's right. Then everybody was like really focused. I said, okay, I will follow the guy beside me like this too. Then I will see the guy in front. Okay, 3 corners guaranteed. Don't worry about the guy behind. Itu dia punya pasal. So it's Allahu Akbar. I wait. Then everybody, because Zohor kan. Then I see the hand on the eyes. Correct or not? You already decided to act as a wolf. You better act properly. Correct or not? Look at that. Sekali after that, I see some people close eyes, some blink. I say, I just blink and open lah. So after that, they say Allah Akbar again. You believe no, I was the only one standing. Everybody like that. You know, it got me worried. So I say, I better go down. One, I want to go down, they will come up again. Lagi stress, you know. Pasal, you don't know what they are doing. Then after that, I say, okay, next time they will do again, I will follow. This time, I really follow. Kali pula they go, okay. Akka, kalau kau I go down, you know what I said? Oh, Muslim God. I am sorry to make a mockery out of this. You know why? Next door is the Indian temple. You go South Beach Road, Indian temple here, the masjid is here. I say, today mati lah gua. Then woke up again, I say, okay, I know the pattern already, no problem. I will just follow. So I woke up again, they do. I said, okay, second rakat, okay, same. Third rakat, fourth rakat finish already. I see everybody finger the finger. The funny thing is, some straight, some dancing like that, some circle. So all I did was I stick to this guy. Okay. Lepas tu they say Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi. The guy turned the side. I was too late. I said, why he turned the side? Then this guy turning at me. And so I turn here. I still don't know what to do. After they finish, I woke up. I want to cabut. No, the Imam caught me. Imam asked me. Imam was very smart because I was wearing a earring. No, 1, 2, you know. Earring, gold bracelet, gold ring, gold chain. Mana boleh Muslim, betul tak? I stepped out and he asked me sit down. He asked what? Then I told him the story all this. He told me you go to Darul Arqam. I said I call him sir. I say sir, already 2 people asked me to go Darul Arqam. I want to tell you the truth. I always go there park the car free. I go there, going pisang and after that I come back, you know. He said never mind. You go, you learn. If you are afraid, you go to a masjid to learn. So I come out angry lah. Paise some more. Then right hand side the Indian temple. I just ke belakang and then I just go cabut. When I went there, I called my wife. I told my wife. I said the Imam found out about this. She laughed lah. I said you laughing. You know how much stress I went through. So after I said can you please help me? No, we go to some place to learn. They said you really want to learn, correct? Okay. So she made this one to go to Amokyo, the masjid there. Okay, to learn. I think the basic class lah. So I came inside the class. I was waiting with her. So she waited. She said, okay, come, let's go. So we went inside. She went inside. She went and sat one side. So I go and sit beside her. She said, hey, Tami. I said, why cannot? I said, kena, you must sit there. Here all young boys, you know, budak. Satu orang aja. I'm the only adult. I said, don't, I want to sit. You cannot, I must sit there. So I said, okay lah. And then all the boys sitting, I sitting behind. The ustad walks in, he see me, his eyes all go up. He said, apa ni? Orang apa ni? Then he come up to me, he said, I said, no, I want to learn about the religion. Oh, India. No, I said, Singaporean. Bukan Indian, Indian. Because he said, it's India, I got worried lah, why? So I said, no, I'm Singaporean. Okay, start. Rukul Iman, Rukul Islam, halfway I tell you, I turn my head, my wife turned the side. She don't understand, because I don't understand. Percaya pada Allah. I said, habis ni apa ni? The guy came up to me, he said, you confused? I said, yeah. You understand Malay no? I said, I understand Malay, tapi ni cannot understand lah. Okay, I tell you what, you go to Darul Arqam. I said, pergi Darul Arqam lagi dah. I told her, I said, you better follow me. I said, I don't want to go alone. So she said, okay. Sunday morning got this class called Knowing Islam. Okay, she said, you come there, I wait for you outside, you go. Okay, 8:45, I wait there. 9 o'clock, 9:10, I call her. She wake up, ya Allah. I said, where are you? Tidur lah, kenapa? Hello, Knowing Islam class. Yeah, you go. I said, I go? I said, I no go, I go back home. I cabut. Then I told her, you better. So following, she came. Next week she came, I went into the class. So they were talking about Islam, all this. In my heart, I had one doubt. If I were to come to Islam, what are the changes that I have to go through? That was the only thing in my mind. Nothing else. Because I'm educated, I can understand, okay, God is one, and that there were prophets, okay, fine. But my question is, by me coming to this religion, am I giving up anything that will affect me? Will it put me in a situation that my parents, my siblings will discard me? So there was an issue. The issue was, if my parents believed in the religion that they believe and they worship the fire, that is shaitan. And if they pass away, I cannot do the final rites for them. That got me pricked. I said, how can? So I'm the only son, I have to do. And you're not allowed to shave your head. This one natural lah. So I was very concerned about this, so I went and asked the ustad. I said, why you tell like that? I said, now I'm an Indian. Now I come to Islam, my parents passed away, can I do the last rite? You know what the ustad told me? You better tell your parents before they pass away that if they pass away, you will not do any rites. You think I would tell that to my parents? They will probably do last rites for me. Can? How to tell them? I just got divorced. They are already going through the trauma. I have a child. And my job was very shaky. Everything was havoc. And you want to tell, tomorrow if you pass away, I cannot do your rites. Oh, so I got fed up, I walked out. When I walked out, one convert came and held me back and he says, don't worry brother, Ken, there are certain things you can. My suggestion to you is to go and learn. So he told me what to learn. And I took his word and I went to learn because it was for a convert. He said, I also had the same problem. I learned and I know I can. So I started to read. I attended classes and I knew. So that is how I got, involved in Islam. I have not embraced Islam yet, then. So what happened was, when Ramadan came, I was very excited. Food is one thing, but I wanted to feel the fasting. No, I've done it before as an Indian. So what's the big deal? How many days? 30 days? I did it for 42 days. And the funny thing is, when we break fast in Hinduism, you don't eat this kind of food, you eat fruits. You drink milk, that's all they give you, Nothing else. No big heavy food, no mutton, chicken, or rendang, semua tak ada. Roti prata also don't have. Now I need. So I said, okay, I'm going to give a try. So I told my wife, I said, I'm going to try. She said, Jangan, you don't play a fool, Later you pingsan or how? I said, no, it can be done. I've done it before. So in 2008, I took my first step.